And I'm gonna need them to look up the definition of plagiarism. Ray J, I'm gonna need you to look up the definition of plagiarism, use it in a sentence, write a 3-page paragraph about why it's not good to plagiarize, because you're not understanding. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here on my channel, we do fun recaps, reviews, and discussions of all of our favorite shows. Today, we are talking College Hill. This is season 1, episode 7, I believe. I think it was called May I Displease the Court. Before we get started, please click that thumbs up button. Also, once you have subscribed to the channel, please drop down in the comments and let me know. I want to get to know y'all. So just shout me out in the comments. Say, hey, I subscribe. Let me know where you're from, because I noticed there's, people who subscribe from all over, even outside of the United States. So I am dying to get to know y'all. So I hope you guys are wanting to get to know me as well. So like I said, please, once you have subscribed, drop your name in the comments. Say what's up. Let me know where you're from, and I will definitely be sure to reply to you if you drop down in the comments for me. All right. Also, don't forget to share this video if you are enjoying it. Let me know also what y'all think of the College Hill Celebrity Edition thus far. Do you think they should do a season 2? Think they should throw the whole show away? Let me know what y'all think. So anyway, let's get into the video, y'all. So it was actually kind of a funny episode to me. So anyway, they started out where they left off last week in the courtroom, right? And so, of course, Ray J is not there. Big Freedia changed into her business clothes and she's ready to do her attorney thing. So everything's been switched up. So now we had Slim and Nene on the prosecuting side, and Dream and Lamar were the witnesses. And we know why. And then on the defense side, defending Officer Gray, who was played by Dream, India was a witness. I hope I didn't switch their names up. Anyway, and then Ray J and Freedia are her lawyers. So anyway, the case begins. Slim started out like with the opening statements and everything. They have a jury as well. First of all, I love this whole mock trial thing they're doing. It was so cool. Anyway, so Slim starts out, he had the date wrong for the incident in question. He had the officer's name wrong. Like, he's like, what's up, y'all? Like, he was just not doing his lawyer thing, really. But he was trying. And so then Big Freedia came up with her opening statements, and she was like, first of all, the prosecution is not even prepared because they didn't have the date right. The officer is Officer Gray. Like, Freedia was ready to be a lawyer, okay? I was like, Freedia must have been a lawyer in a whole nother life, because Big Freedia was not playing. So then, Big Freedia did her remarks, and then they brought up a witness. I think that's when they had brought up like Lamar Odom, and Slim only asked him like 2 questions. Nene was frustrated with Slim because Slim was not doing what he's supposed to be doing. She's like, oh my God, he only asked him 2 questions. Like, what the heck is going on? Big Freedia was asking good questions. Big Freedia was jamming Lamar up. He was like, so you were high when when the officer approached you, right? And you lied about it. Oh, so you just been lying this whole time? Like, he was going in, and then Nene kept objecting, like, your objection, Your Honor, objection, Your Honor. He's badgering the witness, objection. And then Judge Walker was shutting it down. And then Nene was like, like, he doing the most. He is like, he's leading the questions. So I was like, Nene know all the court lingo, though. So then Judge Walker was getting frustrated with Nene, so she made her approach the bench. And then she was like, listen, I will be the judge of, like, what's badgering and what's not. And Nene did apologize. And so anyway, Big Freedia in her confession was like, Nene just said objection to whatever at this point. And so she kind of was, but I get what Nene was trying to do. So then, next thing we know, we see Ray J come in there with his jean outfit on, like Dream said, come in interrupted, not even knowing where to sit, didn't come already dressed in his suit. Like, Ray J, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing, sir? So then he didn't even know what he was doing. And so then Judge Walker was like, excuse me, like, what are you doing? And she was like, why are you not dressed? And then he was like, oh, Judge, you know what? He's all up in front of the bench. He had approached the bench as well. And so he's like, oh, I could blame the car, I could blame the airline. I don't want to, but I can. So Ray J got 1,001 excuses as usual. So then she's like, where's your suit? He's like, it's in the car, I can go put it on. She was like, go get your suit on. So Judge Walker was nice to him because most time he would have automatically lost. So anyway, she was like, we're gonna do a 10-minute recess. He went to go get dressed. Dream was like, why you didn't just get dressed in the car on the way there? Like, that's what we all wondering. Everybody's wondering, like, if it was me, I would have got dressed at the airport. I would have got dressed on the plane. I would have had my suit with me. You could have got dressed in the car. Like, there is no excuse for this, Ray J. Like, if you're going to make it work, make it work. So then I was just over it. And so then, he came in trying to do a bunch of, we would like to do like read statements. And she was like, be quiet, like sit down. You just got here, like relax. Like he over there trying to give statements where they don't even need to be given. So then they called Dream, who's playing the officer, up. And so Dream, was giving her testimony, and then she started crying. So her and Big Freedia had a little signal they do with Dreams, like, because she was like, because Big Freedia was like, how did you feel at the time of the incident in question? She was like, the two guys, they approached my car, and they slammed my car door, and they tried to reach my weapon, and, I was just fearing for my life, and I was thinking about my family, my kids. And so, Nene was like, and the Emmy goes to Dream, not. She was like, girl, I've been on 1,000 episodes of Real Housewives, and those ladies know how to cry better than that. So that was heck of funny. So Dream did tell her confessional, that they had their little system. And she was like, yeah, give me my Emmy now. I was like, girl, nobody's buying those tears, but it was funny. They was trying to appeal to the emotions of the jury. I mean, it was smart. So anyway, then Nene went up there, asked her questions. She was like, how you doing? She was like, isn't that like, you're using excessive force? Do you think 9 bullets is really required? And so, Dream did a good job playing officer. She said she's nervous, but everyone did a good job. Slim, Ray J, but yeah, we didn't hear from India. Maybe they edited that out. So anyway, then Ray J is trying to do a bunch of objections. And Judge Walker was like, no. And so then it was time to do the closing statement. So then Nene did her too. She was like, Slim did not even convince her. He sure did not convince the jury. So she was like, another senseless killing of a black boy by the hands of the police. That was her plea to the jury. Like, they should be on their side. So anyway, Ray J, he was ready to do the closing argument. He was like, I'm ready, I'm prepared, I'm ready to, close this thing out. I'm the closer, I got this. So Big Freedia got up and do it. And Ray J's like, what the F? Like, what? What Freedia doing? She's stealing my part. She's trying to unstage me. What's going on? So then Big Freedia went ahead and she gave a really great closing statement and said the jury, they would be crazy not to see that Officer Gray was just doing their job. So then Ray J was like, what the F? Like, heck no. Like, he started going all in the car cursing. And Judge Walker was like, excuse me, like, you need to get together. And so he was just going off like, no, I rebuttal. Like, that was my part. I was supposed to do that. So basically, Big Freedia's thing is like, I'm not going to play around, wait for Ray J to do his part and not be prepared. Big Freedia did it all. And I don't blame Big Freedia because she couldn't trust Ray J to do his part. So I understand exactly why Big Freedia did what she did, and I ain't mad at her, frankly. So anyway, then, he got kicked out the courtroom by the officer. He's like, this little fake A officer kicking me out, and that's how the system is, and they don't want to help. They want to see me as a victim and not as the problem, and I'm the victim, and all this stuff. I mean, he's just going off. He got back in the bed. He's like, tell him to take me home. I don't even know why I came back to school. He's all going on. He's like, I don't even blame the professor. I blame myself mostly. I'm like, yeah, you need to blame yourself. And he's like, unmic me. So he was gone. So then the jury read their verdict, and they found that Officer Gray was not guilty for second-degree murder, but he was guilty for, negligence and, like, misconduct and manslaughter or something like that. So anyway, so Big Freedia's side, they didn't quite win the case, and then the officer pulled Dream out because, you know, she going to jail now. So anyway, but they did a good job. It was funny to watch. So then we get back to the house. We see Ray J back in that same old jean jacket, just sitting there sulking, feeling sorry for himself. Big Freedia came to talk to him, and he was like, you know, what was going on? I seen you over there, you know, having a party over at Trump's house. What was going on? He was, I thought you was going to see your family. He's like, I went to Mississippi. I went to the theater, and then I had to go to Trump's house. I take my homie Kodak Black to introduce him to Trump for thanking him for pardoning him. So y'all remember when our former orange-faced president pardoned Kodak Black, right? So that's what was going on at that time. So Ray J took Kodak Black to introduce him to our former orange-faced president. So anyway, that still is no excuse, Ray J, first of all. And so then he was like, let me tell you what happened. You know, I was trying to get back here on time. So then Freedia's like, let's play how many excuses can Ray J come up with? So he came up with 6 excuses in 15 seconds. And so he was like, first of all, you know, I tried to fly on United, but then United wasn't working out. So then I went over to Southwest. And then Southwest, you know, it was like me, a lady, 6 kids. And they talking about the plane as it took off, so we had to wait another 30 minutes. And then I had to do this. And then I had to jump over a train. And then I had to cross a bridge. Like, he was just going on and on to the break of dawn, okay? So then Big Freedia was like, yeah, you should have flew first class Delta, bitch. I know that's right, Big Freedia. Like, Ray J, I'm sure you could have got a private jet, as much money and access as you had. Even if you don't even have your own private jet, you could have rented somebody else's private jet. You could have caught a red eye real quick, like next flight going out, first class, whatever. Like, you have plenty of money and access. He was like, oh, Southwest fault, blame Southwest. Ray J, you not gonna sit over here and blame Southwest, and you got all that money and access and power. You not gonna sit up here and blame Southwest, okay? Us over here at the Brandy Yvonne channel, and y'all who watch it, you know, most of us is regular. Now, I don't know y'all's situation. Maybe some of y'all can get, you know, private jets, first class, whoop-de-woo. But me, okay, I could blame Southwest, okay? I have no control over that. You know, I bought the flight and that's it, okay? But, so we can blame Southwest. But Ray J, no, we're not going to let you get away with blaming Southwest. So anyway, so Big Freedia told him right. So then, let's see, we see them all go to the entrepreneurs meeting. I said it's like a club or something on campus that they have, which is really cool. So anyway, they go over there and they get to meet with the creator of Butterskin, which I have supported and bought their products. So shout out to Butterskin. Their products do work well. I do want to get some more for myself. The ones that I purchased were a gift for somebody else. But anyway, yeah, so his name was it Damon Renard or something like that? And he was actually on College Hill, which I didn't know or remember him, what season he's from. I gotta look it up. But anyway, he did say he was on College Hill. So he's just asking them how they think their appearance on this show will impact their fans and their careers. And Big Freedia's like, she want her friends to see she could do, you know, she can do it. Like anything she can put her mind to, basically. He's like, what about you, India? You kind of quiet. And she was like, basically, he's helping me, you know, pushing me, helping me figure out who I am, helping me to, you know, grow confidence, continuing to discover who I am is what I was trying to say. I'm stuttering over here. So anyway, and then I think Lamar said something about, Slim said something, I don't remember what he said, but anyway, Nene said, you know, she's showing all women that they can, you know, still learn and they can get their education and all that. Lamar Odom said that, you know, when he used to play basketball, people would say he made it look easy and that he didn't want to work hard. And he said, it's, you know, he's showing that he can put in hard work, which is true. And I think that this experience has been really, really, really impactful for him, especially as what he's gone through. So now we back at the house. Then we saw Lamar go visit the basketball team. And so he's watching one of the practices. They have an upcoming rivalry game. Did I say rivalry right, y'all? Rivalry game against Perryview. And so he's like, you know, watching them play and helping with the coaching and whatnot. And he gave him some inspiring words from the late great Kobe Bryant, and he was saying, you know, Kobe would always say, make sure you finish at the end, don't finish in the middle. Good advice. Catch it. Okay, so then and you know, he's gonna be at the game, he's gonna be rooting for them. So then, you know, back at the house, we see everybody, and so we have Lamar was talking to Ray J. It's like another morning or something, and the big game is that day. And so Ray J's laying down, he's barely like waking up and whatever. And so Lamar's like trying to talk to Ray J, and he's saying like, you know, it's really cool getting back into basketball, seeing the guys play. He think he wants to, you know, they had the rivalry game today, and Ray J's like, who are they playing? He's like, Perry View, and he's like, you know, really good. Like, I can't help but watch the game, start wanting to coach. And so he wants to get into coaching. And so Ray J, yeah, that'll be good look. I think it will be a good look too. I think Lamar Odom should totally get into coaching, like he really should. So then he was like, you know, when the coaching thing don't work out, you know, maybe, you know, I'll get back in shape and I'll just get back in the game myself. Ray J woke up. He popped his head up like, wait, what? Come again? He's like, you know, I might want to play myself. And he was like, no, dog. You want to go up higher. You want to level up. He's like, you want to be owner. You want to be Lamar owner. You know what I mean? Lamar owner. And so then Lamar just kind of spared off the stage. And he's like, oh, Lamar owner. That sounds good. Y'all, okay, I love Lamar Odom. You know, I really commend him for after everything he's been through. He's trying to get his life together. He's trying to, you know, do this educational experience, support the basketball team. But when he said get back in the game, I was like, bless his heart. Bless his heart. No, Lamar. Yes, be an owner, be a coach, but no, do not come back to the game. No. No, and it's no shade. I mean, if he could, but I would rather see him, like Ray J said, level up. Coach, owner would be fantastic. GM, whatever. But not play the game again. No. No. You're past that, dude. I don't mean like, oh, he's too past his prime. I just mean, I agree. Ray J, he should level up. So anyway, everybody goes to the big game. You know, they're all happy to be there. They're drinking wine. I'm like, since when did we get wine down to the college basketball games? I didn't even know. Let me find out. They got like a front row seat, so they're all having a good time, and Big Freedia's cheering, and Lamar, he's standing there with that big old fur coat on. I don't know why he has it on. And they're watching the game and everything. And so he said, you know, when he's watching the games, he can't help but the coach. And he's like, he thinks that a college should definitely hire him as a coach. He would be a good look. He would bring, you know, eyeballs to the game. He would bring recruiters, you know, money, merchandise. I think it would be a good look. Someone as big as Lamar Odom to coach a college team would be good. I just, my only concern is that he would have to really put in the work because he wants them to take him seriously. And I worry if they wouldn't take him that seriously. So I think it's a good look for him to really try to get into that, though, for real. So anyway, I didn't say if the if TSU won or not. So anyway, hopefully they won though, right? So then let's see. We see everybody back at home. Dream somehow gets some information about Ray J possibly plagiarizing that poem. I don't know how she got the information. Maybe that was from production. I don't know. So anyway, Dream puts a bug in Ray J's ear about it. Like, hey, did you write that poem? And he was like, nah, I never said I wrote it. Like, you know, my friend, you know, my homeboy, I forgot the guy's name. He wrote the poem and it inspired me. He was like, I'm a songwriter. I could have said one of the songs in my head, but you know, I liked his poem. The words resonated with me, so I said his poem. He said, the thing is, I never said I wrote the poem. And so, but Dream's thing is like, but the assignment was for us to write the poem. But if you didn't write the poem, then that's plagiarized. Like, even Dream is frustrated at this point because, you know, Dream been riding for Ray J, even though Ray J been screwing up this whole time. And I'm going to need them to look up the definition of plagiarism. Ray J, I'm going to need you to look up the definition of plagiarism, use it in a sentence, write a 3-page paragraph about why it's not good to plagiarize because you're not understanding. So then the next day, they had to go meet with the advisors again. Dream chipped her tooth that morning or the night before, so she said she had to go back to New York and get her tooth fixed, but she gonna keep in contact with her professors and let them know what's going on so she don't miss out and, you know, lose on her grades, which is what you're supposed to do. Thank you, Dream. Thank you for getting it now. So anyway, well, Ray J was the one not getting that. Dream, I think, understood it. So anyway, I guess they don't have dentists in Houston. I don't know, but maybe her like dental insurance is something through New York. I don't know. So anyway, hopefully she come back soon, right? So then they go to meet with the advisors. The advisors give them their grade on their law class, and Slim had to get his grade for biology because remember he missed the final. So Big Freedia got an A. Did he get a? She got an A or A plus? Anyway, she got an A in law. Good for Big Freedia. Slim also got an A in law and an A plus in biology. I'm like, oh, Slim is smart. Nobody was Big Freedia and Nene was not feeling that Slim deserved that A in law. I kind of agreed, like maybe a B plus or a B minus. Because he didn't even have the information right. I was like, Lord, you cannot be doing that. So anyway, Big Freedia in a confession gonna say, let me tell you how Slim got that A plus. So he from Houston, Judge Walker got a crush on him, and they showed Judge Walker smiling at Slim and Slim smiling back at her. I was like, oh, don't do that to Judge Walker, Big Freedia, telling all her tea. Okay, she can like her little Slim thug. We all do. So anyway, Nene was like, how you get that grade? Like, no. India got a B. Let's see, Lamar I think got like a B minus or something like that, and he's like, for Lamar Odom, a B is, really good because I never got B's in school. Yeah, good for you, Lamar. So anyway, Ray J got a D. He's like, oh. So anyway, I forgot to mention at the basketball game, Ray J was up there trying to study, y'all. He's like, I know I didn't do good in the law class. I wasn't, prepared. So I'm trying to buckle down and get my work done. And it's like, at this point, you're doing this for show, Ray J. Like, there's no reason you thought you're going to study at a basketball game and there's that much going on. Like, put the books down. Like, what's her name? Dream. She took that book and she stumped all over it. And earlier she had broke his glasses that he said we're supposed to be they're not supposed to break or something, but she broke them glasses. I said, oh, she would have paid me for them glasses, okay? You don't be breaking people's glasses. So anywho, and then back at the advisors meeting. Let's see, Ray J got a D. And then they said, oh, and Dr. Benson, she wants to meet with you. So Ray J was just going off when he got back to the house before they met with the advisors, I believe. Somewhere in the middle of the episode, y'all know I go out of order, don't even worry about it. Somewhere in the middle of the episode, I think it was after the whole law thing, Ray J, he was at home going off talking about the system is against you. I mean, he's just going on this whole big old rant about how they want you to fail, and he has all this going on, and the professors are not trying to help him, and it's because he don't fit into their professional standards and all this stuff, and he up there smoking cigarettes or something, and then he's just going off on these rants and saying he need help. I thought he was about to start singing One Wish. I really did. And then he said, I need a therapist. He said he having a mental breakdown. He need a therapist. I said, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You been needed a therapist, sir. Anywho. So, the advisor told him, back to the advisor meeting. Advisor told him Dr. Benson wants to see you. So everybody's like, ooh. So he goes to meet with Dr. Benson. She's like, okay, I just wanted to see how you're doing, check in with you, what's going on with you. So I'm doing good, I'm just trying to catch up on everything I missed and whoop-de-whoop. And she's like, yeah, so you've missed this many days of class. I've only seen you for like 20 minutes. You missed the, the poetry thing. You've missed all the field trips. You've missed this and that. So like, how do you feel like that about that? He's like, I don't feel good about it. And I'm trying to do better now. And I'm trying to catch up. And so he's like, that's why, I did the poem on the phone. So she was like, yeah, the poem. So the poem, did you write the poem? And then he starts, backpedaling, tripping, trying to, speak her in circles. He's like, with the poem, I'm a songwriter. And, I never said, I put, because she, like, I guess they had to write about what poem they wrote. And so he was like, that's why I put in the paper that I was inspired by my homie that wrote the poem, because I didn't even really write the poem like that, and I wanted to use I never said I wrote the poem, and I didn't know we had to write it. So then she was like, let me stop you right there, bump your brakes, sir. She was like, it was very clear that the assignment was for you guys to write the poem. Like, it didn't, it just don't take all that. Like, you knew you had to write the poem. And so Ray J, his confession was like, I'm not. And she was like, I found the poem on YouTube. It only took me 2 minutes. And he was like, I'm not trying to plagiarize. I wasn't trying to make it like I wrote the poem. Like, I wouldn't do that if I knew it was on. I already knew the homie put it on YouTube. He was like, it's not plagiarism because I never tried to make it like I wrote the poem. Okay. I would give you that, Ray. I mean, it's still plagiarism at the end of the day, because the assignment was for you to write the poem and you didn't write the poem. It was somebody else's poem, number one. Number two, if you wrote somebody else's words, you need to cite those words. Even when you presented the poem on the FaceTime in the car, you should have said, this is a poem by so-and-so. You never even cited who wrote it. So therefore, you plagiarized. Because when you presented the poem, you presented them and made everyone think they were your own words. So you plagiarized. Like, I don't get why he don't understand the definition of plagiarism at this point. Like, it don't matter that you didn't imply that you didn't write. Like, what are you even saying? Like, don't try to talk. I don't like when people try to talk to you like you stupid. Like, no. Anyway, that was pretty much it. So, also the advisors let them know, like, school about to end. Who gonna be summa cum laude? You get the highest grades, you'll be the valedictorian. So looks like Big Freedia and Slim Thug are in the running for that. I was always trying to get them honors, summa cum laude and all that. And I swore I had them in grad school, but they did not give it to me, but whatever. So anywho, yeah, girl, that was pretty much it for College Hill. Hopefully I didn't miss nothing. If I did, drop it down in the comments for me. Like I said, please, once you subscribe to the channel, please drop it down in the comments. Give me a shout out, say hey, and let me know where you're from so I can shout you back out and we can get to know each other over here, y'all. Don't forget to like and share as well. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.